Assalamu alaikum and welcome to day 21 of my 30 days of parenting for a peaceful Ramadan. Today I'd like to talk to you about your children fasting and whether they're of an age that it is incumbent upon them to fast, or if they're not of an age and they want to fast anyway. So my 11-year-old son, he decided this year, he fasted a bit last year, but he decided this year that he wanted to fast, and he's not yet accountable, but it was fine. He wanted to, and that was of his own accord. So subhanallah, he did. But he came home the other day and he said, "Mummy, I'm really feeling it today. I'm really, really thirsty. I don't think I can carry on my fast." And for a split second, I froze and thought, do I encourage him to carry on? Or, should I be, putting forward that he should? And then I thought, well, actually, he's of an age where it's not incumbent upon him. And also, the fact that he's done it of his own free will, I want to keep that going. I want to encourage that. I want to show him the mercy and the compassion of a mother, but in doing that, I suppose I want him to think of the mercy and compassion of Allah, because at the moment he's not yet accountable. So I can't force him to carry on, and I wouldn't want to. And it made me realise, who do I want him to fast for? Like, subhanallah, he fasted, and I guess I've made it a little bit about me. I was proud of him, but I made it a little bit about me. Like, him doing that said something about me, said something about my mumming. Aren't I a great mum? My son wants to fast and he's fasting, subhanallah. But it was about him, and it was in giving him, or placing the achievement where it was meant to be placed, which was firmly at his door. So I said to him, it's fine. It's between you and Allah. If you think that you cannot carry on, subhanallah, you've tried your best, that's fine. And then it got me to thinking about what I would do if he becomes of an age, or when he becomes of an age where he is required to fast, that it is incumbent upon him, that it is necessary for him to fast. And what I would say to him if he said to me, I'm really struggling, I think I need to break my fast. And as a mum, I don't want him to suffer. However, I don't have that power, I don't have that authority to give him permission not to fast. So I guess what I would say to him again is, it is between you and Allah, but I don't have the power to say it's okay, you can break your fast. That is something that you have to think about for yourself, because you will be questioned and you will be judged and you are accountable for this fast. You are, I'm assuming that he's fit and healthy and that he's able to, fill all the prerequisites for fasting, that he's not under any suffering or any mental or physical conditions. So I would have to say to him, it's between him and Allah. And then that got me to thinking about the times when our children do want to fast, but we think that they shouldn't. And at the moment, at this time, there's a lot of it's a testing time, literally. There are SATs, there's GCSEs, there's A-levels, there's end-of-year exams, school exams, university exams. There's lots of exams going on at the moment. And as parents, again, we don't want our kids to suffer. We want them to do well. And I know that a lot of children may have been given permission, if you like, by their parents not to fast during this time, because parents from a very innocent place think that they're helping their child by not letting them fast, or by giving them a break from fasting. And what I suppose I really wanted to impress upon you guys today was, Allah in his infinite wisdom has written for your child to be of an age where they can fast during this time. And fasting, like all things, it's in the striving that we are rewarded. So in his infinitely most wise and best of planners, it has been written for your child to be required to fast during this time of GCSEs, during this testing time, during this time of exams. The barakah for your child in fasting, not only during this month of Ramadan, but during that testing time, how do you know that that's not what's best for your child. The innocent thing that we think, oh, we're doing what's best for our children. And someone said this to me the other day, that the greatest thinkers, the philosophers, the biggest thinkers of our time, they all fasted during their times of enlightenment or insights, or in the times when they were developing theories, because fasting is medically proven. It attunes and hones in and focuses the mind. There are so many physical benefits to fasting, there are so many medical benefits to fasting, but there are also a lot of educational, psychological benefits, to specifically with regards to remembering stuff, with regards to tuning in and focusing the mind. So in trying to do what's best for our children innocently, by not letting them fast or by giving them special dispensation that we are not allowed to give, we're not permitted to, we don't have that power to give our children, to say you don't have to. If they are of an age and they are asked, it is incumbent upon them to fast. That's between them and Allah. And it really did make me think about the times where we think it's okay for them not to, but if outside of these times and they said, oh, you know what, I'm having a really tough time, some of us might have been, I don't know what you were like, what it was like when you guys were little, but I remember my parents never did this, subhanAllah, but I remember friends of mine who, were having a bit of a tough time fasting, and their parents would come down on them like a ton of bricks. You're going to go to hell. You have to. What do you mean you're not fasting? And again, I know that they were coming from a place where they wanted their children to fast. But as a but as a parent, it's important, as a person, it's important for us to renew our intentions and really renew what we're asking all the time. Why is it that you want your child to fast? Is it for them or is it for you? If them not fasting says something about you, then really you're not thinking about them. What is the real reason? Why do we fast? What is the reason that we do it? We've been asked by Allah to fast. The fasts are for Him. It's not for us. Your child fasting is your child fasting. They will get the barakah and the rewards from Allah. Yes, you will be blessed because you have encouraged them and it's your child and it's a sadaqah jariyah for you, because everything they do, subhanallah, yes, you are blessed for it. But ultimately, them fasting or not fasting, it's between them and Allah. And so when we take our children's fasting to mean something about us, or when we take our children's fasting to mean something about what we want for them, however innocent, whether it's we want them not to suffer, we think that they're going to suffer if they're fasting and they're going through testing times like exams, or we think they're going to suffer if they don't fast or if they break their fast. Ultimately, all we want is for them to be conscious of Allah, and whatever else happens through fasting, through their salah, through anything, that's between them. If they're not yet of an age, then how about we show them the sunnah of compassion and kindness? Yes, we want our kids to fast, but when has it ever worked that they will do anything with the truest of intentions if we're coercing them, if we're threatening them, if we're shouting at them? So in this rather long message tonight, I'm awfully sorry, but in this rather long message, what I wanted to really impress upon you was, let's renew our intentions and let's really, really, really see, why is it that we fast in the first place, and what is it we want for our children, whether they're of an age that they have to fast or whether they're of an age where they don't have to. What is it that we really want? And inshallah, if it's really for them, subhanallah, but if it's really for us, we need to really check that and renew our own intentions. So subhanallah, I pray that your fasting today has gone really, really well, and that these next 10 nights of Ramadan, that you are able to catch Laylatul Qadr and that your du'as are received and made come true, inshallah. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow.